Good morning, and hope you all have been well. And this is part 6 of the Renegade route Let's Play for Pokemon Rejuvenation version 13.5. So before we get into the main story of the Renegade route, I did want to theorize and speculate a few certain things from the last episode. If you don't really care about any of that, just skip on ahead till I start talking to M2 here, and yeah. So anyways, on to my little rant and ramble with trying to connect the dots on certain things. I really want to get into the whole... What was his name again? Gosh darn it, I forgot. Okay, enough of the cringe joke there. So with the whole talent thing, right? I did notice a few things with the conversation that I really want to touch on a little bit more. With the whole thing that he said God came before him. I'm going to safely assume by God he has to be talking about Varia, the core, however you want to word it or call it. Again, I believe the core and Varia are pretty much one and the same. But to keep it simple, most likely I'm going to continue saying the core and Varia. But anyways, they came before him and they showed him his past, his future, and everything. Now, going with the word they, by the way, I also believe that it is possible that they is referring to Spacea and Teimpa. They are the controllers of time and space, and since they work under Varia, since, they say Her Majesty Miss Varia, that it's possible that Varia brought Spacea and Teimpa to Talon to tell him everything. But I still believe the whole eye thing that rang in his head to stop Alon had to be the core in Varia telling him, yo, this person needs to be stopped. If you want a single ounce of hope, you have got to stop him. But if you fail, then the system is going to screw you over even more. You're going to become a monstrosity. You're going to be in so much pain and destruction. But it's for the better good, and I hope that this is enough to stop us. But of course, it wasn't enough. Because again, it is said before that the Interceptor stays and lives outside of the whole predetermined game, however you want to word it. We live outside of that. We have free will. We're not controlled by the core. We're not controlled by Varia, Malia, M2. All of them are controlled by the game. And another layer that adds to that that's so cool is me right now running around. I have free will to run. I can go over here. I can do this for 10 hours if I wanted to. I can talk to this tablet and tap on it forever and ever. But M2, Alita, all of them, they're still stuck here until we continue the story and we keep things rolling. And I think that's a cool another layer that adds to the whole predetermined thing. But anyways, that was kind of a derail there. Sorry about that, but I kind of wanted to bring that up. But anyways, back on track. With the whole talent thing, it's really sad though, because it's like the core, Varia herself, literally set him up for failure within this route. He had no free will, no choice, no nothing. And it sucks. But of course, it's shown within Spacea and Teimpa. Her Majesty, if she demands it, we will do what she wants. We're not here to mess around with the mortals. We are here to do what she says, even if it's good, even if it's bad. We are here to do whatever it takes to stop Storm 9, to make things better, and to have a region that everyone's going to be happy and everything's going to be good. But to an extent, it's really sad though, because you can somewhat argue to an extent that what Varia is doing is not necessarily good. But again, it's similar to the whole Madam X theory that I had for the longest time, that they're willing to have evil stained on them. They are willing to put their name through the mud, all for the greater good. It doesn't matter if I have to go through 1 million people and kill them off within the Grand Dream City like stack attack a situation. It doesn't matter. As long as I win in the end, I get to the end goal, it was all worth it. And whether if you want to like debate that mentality is right or wrong, again, that's a whole nother debate. That again, whether you believe that, you know, doing things for the greater good, whether it's right or wrong, is okay, then that's up to you and your mentality and all of that. But what I will say is I understand that mentality because, like, again, like Varia the game, she set it up because she doesn't want to lose. She wants things to potentially work out. It's not 100% confirmed with the core and Varia if that is what she wants, but clearly she's willing to do anything to stop the Renegade route, to stop the Interceptor, and she will throw all of our friends right in front of us, and unfortunately, we're going to cut and erase each and one of them down, one by one. Now, going off of the whole Madam X thing, in Clear and Kieran, that's kind of a similar thing, but somewhat different. Clearly, the three of them, most likely, if I'm not mistaken, are wanting to go for Oblivion. They want things to just be over with, done, whatever. Now, again, I still feel like, to like an extent, that it's similar to Varia. I'm willing to do whatever it takes, good or bad, in order for me to win. I still feel like the end goal is somewhat similar to like the friend group. Maybe not Clint and Kieran, but Madam X herself more specifically. That it's like, okay, whether the goal is to bring back Storm 9, and I'm still not even sure if that's even Madam X's goal. I really don't think her goal is Storm 9, but again, it is possible. I think that's more so something with Vitus, but anyways, though. Um, it could be a thing that it's like we have to go for Oblivion, we have to erase everything, we have to restart everything and start all over. And with that being said and done, I want Varia out of the picture. The core has got to go. I'm tired of the games. I don't want to be controlled by this predetermined system. This is the only way for me to win, to have absolute control. Because it's something that she said before with the Golden Light. If I have it, I win. I'm willing to do whatever it takes. I would even let myself go to gain this power and to win the game. I don't know. There's so many like different like speculations and theories on like the goal of Madam X, Team Zen, and all of that. A lot of them like have like their own goals and whatnot. But I also remember like a Team Zen grunt one time said before, like when we win, when everything works out, it's gonna be better for all of us. So that's why, to like an extent, she's like, okay, I'm willing to kill everybody. I'm willing to do the Grand Dream City thing. I need, you know, negative energy. Neve brought it up beforehand that, you know, when people die, when things go wrong, people emit a certain energy. And clearly the Stack Attack thing is a way to do that, but on a much more larger scale. What was that place called again? The castle with Black Steeple. That's right. Like that was like a whole test. Like, let's see what happens, and then if this goes okay, then all right, let's go to Grand Dream City. We will put that into full motion and get that a going. Get the dome ready. Well, the dome was already on it, but it's more so let's get everything prepared for Stack Attacka, and then let's ready set go with all of that. And I'm not 100% sure like how that's all gonna like work out. You know, I mean, it could be a thing like, okay, we need that to fuel Storm 9 or something else entirely, or to fuel the Stack Attacka. I don't know, I'm not sure, but anyways, getting back to the more simple thing. I still feel like to an extent, Madam X, all of them want Oblivion. But it's not necessarily to be fully bad and whatnot. There's still a part of me that feels that it's more so like it's a necessary evil to make a better world. Except with her way of going about it and our way of going about, you know, creating a better world are two different things, and we are going to collide. We are going to argue about that because we don't necessarily believe in going about it that way, but Madam X is the opposite, saying no, this is the only way, we have to do it this way. And that's what causes the whole, fight against Team Zen. It's a giant difference of opinion, but of course, it's all a theory. I don't know. I could be wrong, I could be right. I don't know. And it's something that I brought it up before, even during like version 12. I know they changed the story with all of that, where the new area within Kyugurn City, the locked house, back then on version 12, it was a journal that said, the one person that's going to save us all. And then Madame X appeared, stole the book, and left. I feel like to like an extent, like again, I'm willing to do all these bad things to create a better future so we don't get locked down within this predetermined system. I may be right, I may be wrong, I don't know. And plus with that whole thing as well, it somewhat explains, why the book was there to stop, the Rift Pokemon, to heal them again. Why would she? I can't confirm if that was her home or not, honestly, but let's just say it is for the time being. Why would she leave something like that we actually can save them? That I don't understand. But of course, you see, the broken statues that are all torn apart with Angie, Nimra. You see, Vivian coming up next. I feel like to like an extent, it's more so, like they're a part of the system, part of various system, and I need to cut them down. They have to go. I don't know. There's so many theories, there's so many speculations that I can say and come up with, but I think I'll keep it at that for now. I think ultimately it is possible. Again, I cannot confirm anything until it is said. I just feel like that there is a giant possibility that it's more so like it's a necessary evil to create a better future. It's almost similar to like an anime series that I watched a long while back. I think it's like James Moriarty. It's like a mystery kind of anime with him, Sherlock Holmes, and all of that. It's a really fun series to watch if you want to get into that, or if you're not into anime, that's totally fine too. But yeah, like he did all of that kind of stuff to create a better future. He was willing to be known as the devil. He was willing to kill people in order to make things better within the city itself. And I feel like it's similar with Madame X. Again, maybe right, maybe wrong. It's just a theory. A game theory. Alright, let me stop. Are you ready for this? A warning, certain parts of Valor Mountain will become unavailable after this point. Continue on. Gosh darn it. Sure. I really hope that means I can't do my money strat. Right, but before we go, there's a little issue that needs settling. I need to know now. What are your intentions with the red chain? The hell? You spent all that time gathering those red gems, and after all that time crafting the red chain, you just decide to yeet it into space? If you were just going to yote it like that, I would have gladly taken it off your hands. Were you not planning on capturing them after all? Well, why didn't you just say so? Who are you? Sir? What is this, Malia number 9? Well, why didn't you say so? And here I had this entire plan to knock your butt out right here and now. You really need to start communicating with me. Whoa, 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 it's off, it's off. It's off. Oh, M11. You sure, bro? I'll beat their butt right now. I'm so serious, bro. No, it's okay. Everything's been settled, and it's all good. Everything's settled? Okay, alright. You better watch yourself, bro. 'Cause if you try anything funny, I'll mess you up, bro. I'm not even playing, bro. I'll break your arms and then your legs, bro. Thank you, M11. I appreciate your support, but you can go now. Really? Yeah, okay, but you called me the second you need me, okay? You'll mess them up real good. Yes, yes, I understand. Goodbye, M11. Big sisters, am I right? They're always so overprotective. Forget you saw all of that. So if we're ready to go to do this, then we're gonna need to be serious. How will you find them? Where are they? Oh, you leave that to me? I have a way to really grab their attention. I'm kind of scared, but I guess we'll see. Oh, what are you doing, blowing up the mountain? Bruh. Well, I guess no more money strat. That's fine, we're on like easy mode, I'm not too worried about it. The music's kind of nice though. We're just kind of vibing as we blow up everything. Bruh. Oh, there's that fish again. Well, rest in peace. You know, to be fair, couldn't we just like... I mean, to be fair, sure, blowing up stuff can be fun, but like... We probably could have just like gone... Well, no, M2 can't, but Malia can. That's probably it. Fire. Rest in peace, Badoo. You will be missed. But yeah, I was about to say, couldn't we like just go through the door, but then I realized like, well... No, yeah, probably only Malia can do it. Do I? Whoops. My depth perception while holding this bazooka is crap. Do I know how to get their attention or what? Boo-hoo, their precious Valor Mountain just a bunch of rubble now. If you people aren't blanks, you'll open up the time gate right now. Pushing their buttons is just way too easy. Let's get this done. I like how she still just carries the bazooka into the time warp thing. This is gonna be interesting. And I gotta remember the whole thing with one of them like stealing your Pokemon. And I forgot citrus berries again? Gosh darn it. That's okay. We'll make it work. They're not here. Is destruction truly what you want? No, we just came up here to munch some crumpets and have a cuppa. Yes, destruction is what we want, and destruction is what we're gonna get if you two don't show your faces right now. Very well, then come. Don't mind if we do. They've allowed us into their most personal base. Just remember that every time we've experienced pain, they sat here all comfy, watching every second of it. Oh. No, no, go back, go back. Gosh darn it. I hope I didn't. Okay, cool. I thought it was gonna be like a Healy thing. Or Healy thing. A heal like station thing. Oh, what's going on? Oh, these must have been the previous stormchasers that may have gotten like killed off. Probably. See, but like again, it kind of goes into like the whole like thing with like the whole like Varia thing. You know, like again, you can argue that her goals are right or wrong by, you know, killing off people for the greater good. Again, that's a whole nother debate. But I still don't understand it. Okay, you work hard for Varia, you're a storm chaser, you're doing things for the greater good, you're getting more powerful, and whatnot, but then just out of nowhere, alright, goodbye, you're done. Like, that just doesn't seem right to me. These people, I recognize them. They were stormchasers too, all of them. Coincidentally, however you pronounce that correctly, they are stormchasers that went on missions and never returned, but it's more likely that the space hags killed them when their use was up. The audacity to keep them here as if they were trophies. I will tear them apart. My name is Rima. My mission was to cause a rock slide on Route 4 so that Alon wouldn't be able to get to Kugurn City too early. After the rock slide, there was a bright light, and now I am no more. My name is Hamel. My mission was to create a fake track of a rare Pokemon in Kugurn so that nearby bug catcher would take notice, preventing Alon's exploration of the Marble Mansion until the correct time. Once my mission was complete, there was a bright light, and I am now no more. My name is Emily. My mission was to notify blank of Alon's existence on the SS Oceania. Bright light. My name is Jose, however you pronounce that. My mission was to help Karina set up Malia's introduction into the Stormchasers organization. After I had returned from that mission, there was a bright light, and now I am no more. Alright, but screw him. He deserved it. Gotcha. Now with this one, it is kind of like interesting. I assume she's talking about Amanda, if I had to guess. It's a notebook with the title Collections of the Trinity. Read. You're wasting your time here. Whatever is in this book is just here to purposely dissuade you from carrying out the mission. Keep that in mind. Well, I want to read. I want to learn more. Time is a fleeting source. Though it is not linear in nature, it can be lost quite easily. I often think about the little girl who once had this body. Her name was Trinity, a playful girl with a tendency to always have an appreciation for time itself. She lived life to the fullest and gave everything she could. That was until time itself acted against her and took everything she had. The world was in danger, and balance needed to be restored, and so the god of this world took her hand and gave her a mission. The god of this world took her hand and gave her a mission. Most likely talking about Vary the Core, because again, Spacea and Teimpa, that timeline was not old Earth with Adrest and Varia. This was after all of that and after the reset and when Arceus is dead. So this has to be the core, Varia. But the girl was too afraid of her destiny, and thus another was called to take her place, a spirit of time itself, a star in the night, a chain in the constellation. Teimpa was born. I genuinely don't give a crap about her hardships in life. If I had the opportunity to wipe my butt with every page in this book, I'd do it. As Teimpa was born, Teimpa was killed. She's going to die tonight. It's kind of like interesting though, because like this has to be like, you know, after the whole, you know, Griseldia Kingdom situation. When all of that, you know, fell into the whole war with the other regions, you know, history repeating itself. There came a point, you know, after all of that, that I guess, you know, Varia was like, oh, hey guys, what's up? Let's start up this predetermined game now. Or even like afterwards that all happened, the game didn't work out, reset again, things re-happened again, but then she brought Spacea and Teimpa to her to work under her. I don't know, something like that. My name is Paul. My mission was to keep the presence of Team Zen on the SS Oceania a secret. My destruction of the ship was crucial to put Alon on the right course. After my mission was complete, there was a bright light, and then I was no more. But technically, we still found the secret. We still were able to listen in. My name is Mike. My mission was to goad of a couple of trainers to battle in front of the gate to Wispy Path in Goldenwood Forest. This was to prevent Alon from leaving the forest before meeting with Malia. After my mission was over, there was a bright light, and you were no more. My name is Lexi. My mission was to train the other stormchasers so that they could do their jobs efficiently. Once my mission was done, there was a bright light, and then I was no more. My name is Harold. My mission was to travel the region and teach people to become move tutors. Alright, sorry about that. I died and had to get some water. This was so that Alon would have access to better moves throughout their journey. My mission was indefinite, and eventually I died of old age. Well, at least nature claimed domain over this one. Or domain dominant, whatever that said. Better than those wenches doing something shady to this man. My name is Jed. My mission was to help with the digging process in Amos Cave. If I did not help, it would have not been ready for Alon to traverse when they have already arrived. Sorry for reading that all wrong. After my mission, there was a bright light, and thus I was no more. It's kind of like sad because it's like, I mean, like I get like the whole like greater good thing, but it's like, again, like all of them were just predetermined game pieces. You know, like it doesn't make Varia seem like a really good person. It's just more so I need the game to be perfect. Because it's like she could have easily, you know, been like, alright, you did your job, now here's this job. But it's as if it's like, okay, you know too much already, get rid of it. It's kind of sad. And it makes me wonder, am I about to see Soda here? I don't know if they would add him here, but... Oh, sorry about that. But that'd be kind of a bro moment. It's a notebook with the title The Ponderings of Stella Reed. Find whatever read. The flow of space can be overwhelming to one, but beneficial to all, sorry. I remember the days when Teimpa and I were merely stars in the sky. We looked down on Earth and its inhabitants. I took a particular liking with a scholarly girl from a kingdom that teetered on the edge of space itself. Her name was Stella, a calm, polite, and silent woman to balance the personalities of her two sisters. But even with her just heart, she could not withstand the forces of the flow of space as she was swept away. And so the god of this world gave her a deal. The weight of her destiny crushed her soul, and thus a lonely star in the sky fell down to take her place. Spacea was born. See, because like to like an extent, you know, Spacea and Teimpa, you know, like they did a lot of bad things, but it's trying to like show that it's like, but we did it because we couldn't go outside of the predetermined law. We couldn't go against what Miss Varia wanted. All stars eventually fizzle and die. She is no exception. I will be the one to extinguish her flame once and for all. You know, I will say, it would have been a cool little touch if they would have added Soda somewhere here. I was kind of like expecting that. I don't know, I feel like I'm only saying that because like Soda is like easily one of my favorite characters within Rejuvenation. But I think that would have been cool. Anyways. You read our books. I didn't read them, Alon did. Have you come to realize what we are? We are just like you, Alon, both of us. We were interceptors, called upon our majesty, the same as you were. So they used to be interceptors, but now they control time and space. Because, like, again, it's somewhat confusing, because, like, when I read the one book, I thought, and I might be wrong again and misremembering, but I thought there was a thing that there could only be, like, one interceptor at a time. Technically, like, we were, like, a co-host with Crescent, but I don't know. We had the choice of saving this world or destroying it forever. We chose to save it because this world was so precious to the ones who owned these bodies. Stella and Trinity, we helped stop a war that drove all 7 ancient kingdoms to destruction. And as a result, we ascended into gods. We reigned over space and time, but only a fragment of it. Only a fragment. We are imitations of the real thing, a proxy for higher beings. Dialga and Palkia. Cool story, don't care, you know why we're here, so let's get this done with. It seems that there is no room for talk. Not only are your ears closed, but your heart is as well. You too are an imitation of Malia. No, perhaps you are a fragment as well, one part of a bigger meaning. Pride comes right before the fall. Let's see how deep that pit is. So it's the opposite this time. She faces us first. Come then. Let's go for Toxic. Go into Claire. Try Sonar. Okay. But it is, like, really interesting. Because, like, again, like, she's trying to say, like, you know, like, we had a choice to either destroy everything and make things not work anymore, or have it still work out. In a sense, it's very similar to, like, the whole Malia thing, that Malia never had a choice. Spacea and Teimpa never had a choice. Miss Varia told her, look, if you don't want to do it, that's fine, but everything gets screwed over. But it's the same concept. Okay, you don't want to do it? I'll just reset the game again until I get a game that you are like, oh, okay, yeah, sure, why not? It's the same thing, like with Malia. And it's kind of, like, sad, though, because it's like, it's almost, like, you know, hypocritical of them. But, like, again, what choice did they have? Well, this is gonna be a problem. Because I have nothing for this. Okay. Alright, sorry for the pause there, let's try this again. So it seems like I'm gonna have to go for, like, the Amnesia strat that I did during the normal playthrough. And I know somebody brought it up too, Freeze Dry is a great strategy against this guy. I don't believe I have anybody with Freeze Dry. Nor do I have a Pokemon with Freeze Dry that can probably take a hit from Palkia. So, yeah. Let's see if I can make this work. I can't take a hit from the both of them and safely go for Toxic. I can run with this. Okay. good. Let's go for Amnesia again. I'm +6, right? Yes, I am. I just can't think of any... I know it's kind of like a dumb way to play, but I can't think of any Pokemon that I have that would do any better than this on the top of my head. Alright, I have the Toxic. Great. What's gonna suck is that Dialga though. That thing's gonna be scary. No, I can't Earthquake. I can't take both hits. I'm gonna have to Toxic Stall. I love the Earthquake to do damage, but I can't. I know Minior's like a flying type, but more so for Spacea, but we'll let Toxic do the work. Wait, I don't remember. Did I say let Spacea do the work? If I did, I meant to say like let Toxic do the work. Okay, so that's out. The team... Okay, it's healed up, fine. Let's go for Aqua Tail. Probably should have fully healed Billy, but okay. This cannot be. I was defeated. Teimpa, please escape. Spacea, what have you two done? I'm saving. Now hold on there, Cupcake. You gotta wait your turn just like her. It's not polite to just jump the queue, yeah? Without further ado, what did you do to her? Shh. No need to get so worked up. I mean, you're going to the same place in just a second, and by tonight it's going to be lights out for the both of you. Enough. You know, Alon, I think we made her a little upset. Can I ask you two a question? Geez Louise, ma'am, I don't know if we have time for a Q&A. But out of the generosity in our hearts, ask away. What benefits you from leaving nothing behind this destruction? You just don't get it. Take a look at Alon. They are the new order of Oblivion. There's no stopping that train. You can try to stop a train with your bare hands, but you're just going to get ran over. I've tried so hard over and over again to protect the ones that I love. It's pointless, so why fight it? Sooner or later I will be nothing too, but at least I can say I made the most out of my time, Teimpa. And you caused a lot of suffering to this girl and many others too. So you want satisfaction with revenge, is that all? I want to drag each and every person that has caused us pain. I don't care how terrible or how selfish it is. I'm a selfish person, because there's no point in being selfless in a doomed world. Alright, sorry for the pause there, but before I continue on, it is something like I brought up on one of the episodes. I don't really remember which one, but I guess it somewhat like confirms that like she's like confirming it to like Teimpa here. Like, look, I want to help my friends. I want things to be better, but it's pointless. Like, you see that guy over there? That dude's a murderer. He's gonna erase you soon. I can't stop it. Nothing in this world can stop what he's about to do, what the Interceptor's going to do. So I've decided to say screw it. I want to get after the people that have wronged Malia. I want to live my life to the fullest, doing the most random things possible that I would never even think about doing. And here we are. Now, to like an extent, it's somewhat confusing because like M2 is different than like the actual Malia. And it's kind of weird for, you know, M2 to, you know, bring up Malia and be like, you know, I want to make sure that I go after the people that have wronged Malia. But it's weird though, because like to like an extent, I don't want to say like M2 is like protecting Malia. I mean, maybe to like an extent, because like I mean, like she could have said I'm Malia, but no, she's like, no, I'm M2 now, forget about Malia, or whatever she said. But like it's hard to word. I'm trying to like think of what I'm trying to like say. But like it's almost as if she's like, look, Malia wasn't gonna do it, but I'll do it for her. Like again, you know, Malia, again, she's a kind person. She may have the thoughts and feelings of, you know, I want to get back at what they've done. I want to do this and that. But am I going to do what I want to do? No, because it's not right. I may have these anger, these furious feelings within me that are just swelling within my body, my core, my being. But I know that killing Spacea and Teimpa is not the right thing to do. Now, of course, we did confront them and stop them with, I believe, the red chain or whatever. But well, I gotta rewatch the Paragon route. I don't think we necessarily, like, killed them, but more so, like, entrapped them. I don't remember, honestly, but either way, though, I guess, like, that's kind of, like, what's on my mind. I don't know. It's hard to, like, word. So let's have fun one last time, Teimpa. We can play and play until the veins in your body dry up. I see. Times of peace are always built upon the suffering. If a pure world is to be built, then people must be sacrificed. I'm so glad you feel that way. I feel the same. Your suffering will be the joy I've been looking forward to. See, and again, with, you know, like Teimpa, like again, like it's almost like hypocritical because like you like with her, Miss Varia and all of that, we're killing all these people off so things work out and all is well. We need people to suffer in order for peace. We have the same like feelings, except for whatever reason Tempa's like, no, you can't do that. And well, she's not necessarily saying no, you can't do that, but it's more so like why. But she herself should know exactly why, because she's literally doing the exact same thing to other people, but we're just trying to do it to her. I will bring your suffering to an end, to M2. Let us all be torn apart by time's passage. For a moment. I don't know, it's kind of hard to word, but yeah. Let's go for amnesia here. It kind of sucks because I can't really like go for toxic like I brought up earlier, I believe. No, we're not doing that. I'm kind of scared because like the one, it stole the Pokemon, so I kind of have to keep that in mind. So I wonder what time is going to do. Do I have an ether? I have one. Why not? No, I don't want that. I need to heal. Stop that. I'll run with that. Or maybe not. Well, then again, it is the easier mode, so maybe with that they took out that feature. Makes sense. No more. No more. Oh. Teimpa recovered. Teimpa cleared itself. I missed what that all said, sorry. Teimpa is focused on the kill. For a moment. I'm gonna fully heal just in case. And I guess that's it. We've made a grave mistake. To allow you to grow and become stronger, we've caused something we can't undo. See, and like again, to like an extent, like imagine, like I understand the goal. If they get too strong and we're too late to stop that. No, I worded that wrong. Let me try it this way. The whole stormchasers thing, they stopped them before they learned too much, before they got too strong that they're gonna be a problem towards Spacea and Teimpa. I understand why they went about it like that, but in a sense to me it's still wrong, because it's like you do realize like they just wanted to help for the greater good. Imagine if you kept them around. Malia, M2 here, and even the Malia on the Paragon route, I don't believe, for example, like they would have reacted in this way. I don't think she would have tried to push back towards Spacea and Teimpa. Of course, again, I have to keep in mind they didn't have a choice. Miss Varia, Her Majesty herself, told me to do this, and I have to do as I am instructed. Like, I understand all of that, but imagine if it played out differently. But again, it can't play out differently. Everything's just predetermined. To allow you to grow and become stronger, we've caused something we cannot undo. Oh, but Teimpa, please understand that your downfall is the result of countless errors. All the stormchasers you've sacrificed to bring us to this point, it's all come back to bite you in the blank. I'm not even going to say that out loud. Sweetie, you thought you could live and make choices without consequences, but the fact of the matter is that you've only delayed them. Even false gods must pay the price of their sins eventually, and when it's my turn to pay for my sins, I'll smile and gladly accept them. So it's crazy because it's like even Malia is like, yeah, I know what I'm doing is wrong. I am screwing up so many lives. I've killed people within the whole like dance club thing. I destroyed Valor Mountain. I ruined my relationship with Venom. I'm doing it because screw it. It doesn't matter. I'm going to die. And I know when the time comes that Alon is before me, ready to send me off to oblivion, I'll smile with no regrets. I know what I've done is wrong, but I wouldn't change a single decision that I've done. And to like an extent, I do like respect that. Is that so, M2? Let's see how you truly feel. Look at you. This is the real you. I can see your heart, a beaten heart, a pathetic heart indeed. How long have you endured eternity? You have a soul that will never heal. You're a terrible liar, girl. And let me tell you something, I've lost here, that much is true, but while I'm gone, you will suffer more and more. Every day, you will see and experience a new kind of agony, and in my own oblivion, I think I can find peace in that. You won't hear me scream, you won't even hear me cry, but maybe, just maybe, you'll hear me laugh as you burn and toil around in the pot of your own bloody mistakes. What a beautiful theater. And what's going on M5? But like, going back to that, that's honestly like really like wild too. Because like, you know, reading what she was saying, Teimpa, you know, at that point called her out on her bull and was just like, you know, I can see within your heart. I know what's going on. And of course, you know, M2 is just gonna ignore her, you know, true feelings and all. Huh. Welcome one and all to a very special episode of Guilty or Nah. Today's guests, Spacea and Teimpa, have been decided guilty long before they arrived here on the show. They're so guilty, in fact, that they've prepared a very special vacation getaway package experience for them. Today on M9 Airlines, we are on track to a lush vacation spot that's just to die for. Before we continue with this flight, we ask that we all pay attention to our beautiful flight attendants, as they will show you what to do in event of emergency or a crash. Your cooperation is recommended and appreciated. I'm so confused. This is clearly some illusion created by M2 and some. Thank you for paying attention. Now you know what to do to survive a crash. Were you paying attention? We're crashing. I'm out of here. Crashing? Everyone stay calm. Remember what we taught you. Remember and survive. Brace yourselves. These seats don't have any seatbelts. Teimpa, hold on. What is going on here? Oh. What if you run? M3 cheered for the team. What will you do? I guess battle? Oh. This is so wild. Energy has begun to gather around Spacea and Teimpa. What will you do? Okay, I don't even have the speed up on. So I see Alon. I don't know who that is with the umbrella, maybe Nancy. And I don't know. I think that's M5, and I don't know who the house lawnmower thing is. Let's go for cheer. I'm all out of cheer. Oh. Well. Bro moment. I'm bored now. What is this? Explodey Wody? Oh, what is that? Oh, it's all the bombs she stole. Why not? Just go for it. I'm sure you two remember this orb quite clearly. I've made sure to craft it oh so carefully. It's our goodbye present to you. What goes around, comes around. Bruh. Well, I bet Vitus would be proud of her. It'd be kind of wild if, like, Miss Varia, like, appeared, like, what is going on here? But I highly doubt she even would. I don't think she really can. Well, I mean, she kinda can, but kinda can't. Yay, they died. Yay. Diamond core, pearl core, muscle wing, and some candy. Nice. Good job, team. Yes, what a rush. To think that they were weak enough to just be obliterated by a bunch of explosives. False gods is right, now they're no god at all. And it's better that way. You know, I thought destroying the deities that control time and space would have a more unique circumstance, but I guess it doesn't matter when the deities you kill are false ones. Hey, what were those things they dropped when I blasted them into pieces? The diamond core and the space core. Interesting. Hey, which one do you prefer? Probably diamond. I'll take that one then. Yeah, you did do most of the battling, but I did the final blow, so that gives me dibs on whatever it is I want. Hey, that actually reminds me. You didn't even use the spell on them. It's like you didn't care either way. Why? I don't know why I even bothered asking you. You won't answer. Well, it's getting late. Now that time flows normally while we're in here, but we got a few days to kill. The Zen raid is on the 27th, and I need to get some sleep. I have a few places I want to visit too. I cannot wait. See you later, loser. Red chain delivered successfully. Wait until the 25th. What if I said no? Okay, cool. I'm curious, what if you... Okay. I think with that being said and done, since we're almost an hour, I think that'll be it for today's episode, so yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching, definitely do appreciate it, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Good morning.